Everything I've been through, it's in Fresno. Fresno is a hard place to grow up. There's a lot of areas that are full of poverty. There's a lot of gangs in Fresno. I lost my father at a very young age. He had heart problems. He had a procedure done, and he left the hospital against doctor's orders, came home. That night, he passed away. I was 5 years old. Three of my uncles owned restaurants while I was growing up. I worked there since I was 12 years old. And for a lot of us cousins, that's what we were gonna do. But not having a father really affected me. I was a very angry boy, very angry teen. I would look at kids spending time with their fathers, and it would just make me angry, and I would want to take it out on something. I was always in fights in school. I ended up not finishing high school. I belonged to probably the biggest gang in Fresno. And I had my first daughter when I was 21. Me and the mom, we were going through a lot. I wasn't mentally mature, so I was really, really quick to leave home. And once I was out on the streets, like I wouldn't come back till I would get locked up. And I would come home, have a baby, and start it all over again, go to jail again, come home, have a baby. But when I started having problems being a father to my kids, it just brought back all the issues that I had as a kid. My father passed away, so he didn't have a chance to be there. Now, I was still alive, and I still wasn't able to be the father that I should be. I started being able to deal with it with drugs. Once I started using meth, my life spiraled out of control. My last case was a federal case. The time I was facing was over 30 years. But my case started playing out, and my lawyer started telling me that we should fight it. But I knew in my mind that I had done the crime. So I told my lawyer, I've been in jail so many times. It doesn't do nothing for me. I want to ask if I maybe can get a program. The judge said, you know what, he's going to give me a chance. He's going to send me to one of the hardest programs in state, and if I don't complete it, then I'm going to get the 10 years that I had over my head. So, by the grace of God, I got sent to the Salvation Army. The program is difficult. There's a lot of rules. Everybody has to have the same haircut. You have to wear collared shirts. You have to be tucked in. And I always try to question why this, why that. But you know what? I realized that I was there for something bigger. I knew God had laid out everything for me. Growing up, I really had a lot of, I could say, hate towards God. But I started seeing what God was doing in my life, and I put him in front of everything. For so long, I never accepted anything I did. I blamed all my mistakes on everything that was in my past. Once I accepted it, it took so much weight off of me. I was ready to change my life. While I was out the ARC program, I was working in the kitchen. The kitchen director, he started mentioning that there was a new Culinarian Academy in San Francisco, and it was free, and it was a good opportunity for anybody who enjoyed cooking. And I thought in my head, you know what? I'll give this a shot. And I did, it was the best decision of my life. I moved to San Francisco. I started that culinary school with an open mind. Being back in the kitchen, it brought back the good memories of my childhood. The time I spent with my uncles, the time I spent working with my cousins at the restaurant. I not only learned new things about the culinary arts, I learned really how to start working with different types of people, and it really helped me out stepping into the work industry. During that time, I lived at a sober living environment. The Joseph McPhee Center was amazing to me. It is incredible to think that there are programs like this that give you somewhere to stay, let you work, that will save your money for you and give it back to you when you leave. I started seeing what God was doing in my life. I just told God, you know, whatever you want to take me, whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm living in my second apartment here in San Francisco. I'm very happy where I live. And I got the opportunity to be a sous chef now. I'm so grateful that I get a chance to work at this amazing place called Cabaña. Cabaña is a beautiful, fancy place. They have given me an opportunity to grow, to be creative. They have given me a chance for my word to mean something. I also work at the Harbor Light Salvation Army Rehab. I take that as that's my recovery. I know what a good meal did for me when I was in the program. You know, coming out of jail, recovery is hard enough as it is that the food shouldn't be an issue. You know, so I really put my all into cooking for people. At Harbor Light, my hours are from 6 a.m. to 1:50 p.m. And I'm at Cabaña from 2 o'clock to 12 o'clock midnight when we close.
Where at?
I have 2 days off from both jobs, so I try to go back to Fresno, visit my mom, try to see my kids at least once a month. I have 5 kids. The time I spend with my kids is so special. To even have the love of my kids when for so long I felt like I didn't even deserve it. You know, it's such an amazing feeling. My life is good, you know. I have God to thank for that. You know, I really do. I owe everything that I'm doing, all my success, to Him.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and share it. We are always posting content, so don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for helping us share change.